we abandoned you? Or that we'd run out of magic? Well, think again, ladies and gentlemen. It's been 10 years since the Horsemen last appeared. It is very good to be back.
Still got it.
The Four Horsemen are back for another magic trick in Now You See Me, Now You Don't, one of a few new movies I'll be reviewing this week on CJ at the Movies, along with two French films, one directed by Richard Linklater and one animated, and Glen Powell as the Running Man. I'm Christopher Zweig. Let's take a look. Our first movie is Now You See Me, Now You Don't, the third entry in this magical heist franchise about the illusionist group known as the Four Horsemen, who are professional thieves and consist of Jesse Eisenberg, Woody Harrelson, Dave Franco, and Isla Fisher. This time they have their Beatles break up and inspire a new set of magicians to mimic them. They consist of Justice Smith, Dominic Sessa from The Holdovers, and Ariana Greenblatt. Eisenberg is impressed and a little insulted by their act, but recruits them to steal a valuable diamond from a conniving German businesswoman played by Rosamund Pike. This is when Harrelson, Franco, and Fisher also return.
I have kind of missed running for my life and jumping off roofs with you guys.
It's good to have you back.
Now You See Me, Now You Don't is a slight improvement on the last film, which was too annoying to be entertaining. The new young actors have a lot of likability, and the special effects and sets for the magic tricks, including a house with many illusions, are cool to look at. But the problem with the sequel is that it spends too much time on the tricks and not enough on the character development. It's too fast for me to keep up with the plot and the characters, and it lasts under 2 hours. Our next movie is Nouvelle Vague, Richard Linklater's other movie to come out this season after Blue Moon, except this one is a French movie shot in black and white and taking place during the Nouvelle Vague filmmaking era, and the movie being filmed is Breathless, directed by the film critic and director Jean-Luc Godard, and starring Gene Seberg and Jean-Paul Belmondo. Guillaume Marbeck plays Godard, Zoey Deutch is Seberg, and Aubrey Dillon is Belmondo.
Tout ce dont on a besoin pour faire un film, c'est d'une fille et un flingue. On n'aura jamais Gene Seberg.
I never even said that I'd do the picture.
Voici le film en résumé. Ne montre ça à personne, hein?
Nouvelle Vague is a love letter to classic French cinema made by a filmmaker who honors the style of it, and that would be Richard Linklater. Marbeck makes a great movie debut as Godard, and Deutch does a much better job as Seberg than Kristen Stewart did a few years ago. I saw this movie at a 35mm screening in New York a few weeks ago, and I was delighted by the film's passion for classic French films, as well as the style and exuberance that brings out the best of the real people, and they did have some baggage during the filming process. Next up, The Running Man, the latest film version of Stephen King's book after the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie in 1987. It takes place in the future when the economy is bad and when the biggest show on TV is The Running Man, in which people of lower standards or criminals must dodge assassins for 30 days. Glen Powell plays the new contestant, Ben Richards, who competes to take care of his sick daughter.
The rules are simple. Survive 30 days. The entire nation hunting you down. And get your family out of Slumside for good.
The cast also includes Coleman Domingo as the host and Josh Brolin as the sadistic producer, and the system is also willing to make the hero into a bad guy, and this is a perfect way to allow Powell to express his anger and hatred against it.
I got a grenade!
Back at you.
I'm still here, you shit-eaters!
This new version of The Running Man was directed by Edgar Wright, who also co-wrote the script with Michael Bacall. Even though it doesn't have a complete character development, it still provides the kind of characters, energy, and attitude that keeps you watching. This is also the better version of what Paul Feig tried and failed to do with last year's Jackpot, and I'm entertained by the versatility in Powell's character and how the actor plays him, and I like how when he auditions for the show, his skills are in a Slumdog Millionaire manner regarding how his past makes him a worthy contestant. Next up, Arco, another French animated movie to come out this month before a one-week engagement at select theaters in New York and Los Angeles. It takes place in two different kinds of futures, one in which houses are on giant pillars in the sky and has people wearing rainbow suits to time travel, and the other in which houses are protected by domes during hurricanes and forest fires and has robots as virtual assistants.
Do you think wishes really come true? Like in fairy tales?
I don't know, Iris.
The title character Arco is from the sky future in which he borrows his sister's suit to try to go back to the prehistoric era and see the dinosaurs, but since he's inexperienced because there's a law saying only 12 and over can fly, he ends up in the robot and dome future where he meets a young girl named Iris.
Are you alright?
The movie's English voice cast includes Will Ferrell, Andy Samberg, and Flea as three brothers who dress up like some kind of Beatles group and try to prove the existence of the flying rainbow people, and they even wear rainbow sunglasses. At least I think they're sunglasses because they even wear them at night. This is when I think the drawing style likes to go for that yellow submarine quality. I would have loved for Arco to explore both time periods as one of them overshadows the other, but I was delighted by the colors, energy, and visual ideas that director Hugo Villeneuve presents here. And our last movie is Nuremberg, which focuses on the Nuremberg trials, especially the game of wits played between Hitler's right-hand man, Hermann Göring, and the psychiatrist David Kelly. Göring, played here by Russell Crowe, is among the villains to be placed on trial and must be examined by Kelly, played by Rami Malek, to see if he's fit to stand trial, which he is.
He was appointed Hitler's successor in 1939 and is the highest-ranking German military officer of all time.
He's highly intelligent,
Charming, and a narcissist.
I am going to escape the hangman's noose.
Very sure of yourself.
No man has ever beaten me.
The all-star cast also includes Michael Shannon as the lawyer and politician Robert H. Jackson, who served as the chief U.S. prosecutor of the trials. He wants Kelly to ask Göring the right questions in order for the court to hear the truth.
We are able to do away with domestic tyranny only when we make all men answerable to the law, so that it can never happen again.
Last week I watched and admired Judgment at Nuremberg, which had an all-star cast of Spencer Tracy, Burt Lancaster, Judy Garland, and William Shatner. It was a fictionalized version of the judge's trial of 1947, which was the third of the 12 trials for war crimes the U.S. authorities held in their occupational zones in Germany and Nuremberg. And while this movie doesn't top that film because of the cliches it's sometimes riddled in, it still reminds us of the trial and the people involved with the Holocaust. The performances from Malek, Crowe, and Shannon are all very good, and writer-director James Vanderbilt doesn't overexploit the history presented here. Nuremberg is not an easy reminder of what has happened, but it is an informative one that keeps us watching. Recapping this week's new movies: thumbs down for Now You See Me, Now You Don't, thumbs way up for Nouvelle Vague, thumbs up for The Running Man, thumbs up for Arco, and thumbs up for Nuremberg. Well, those are the new movies I'm reviewing this week. I'm Christopher Zweig. Stay safe, and I'll see you at the movies.